Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make your own DIY face mask. So let's get started. For this you'll need a sewing machine, some fabric, elastic, and some pins just to pin it. So first you're going to need to cut 2 pieces of 7 inches by 9 inches of fabric. Now what you need to do is pin the fabric with the right sides facing together and line up the edges like that. So for this project I'm going to make the elastic just go around the whole back of the head instead of just around your ears, because I think that would fit better, but you would have to do the same thing if you want to do that. Just cut your elastic to a different size, and you just need to measure around the person's head that you're making it for. It should stop like right after your ears, like a little bit after. So if you were making it to go around your ears, you could get like a bit and like cut it shorter than this and just pin them like this. But since I'm doing this, I'm going to pin it with just one end on each side. But you need the elastic to be on the inside because we're going to flip this right side out. So put the elastic towards the middle and then put the other piece of fabric over it. Get a pin and pin that elastic a little bit away from the edge so that you can sew it. And there. So once you have your first one pinned, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Get the other end and make sure it's like straight the whole way and it's not curled or flipped over. And then I think we're going to have to pin this one. Okay. And then pin this one right here. Okay, put this one over it. And do the same thing. Pin this side. It's a little tricky when you can't see the elastic inside there. So you gotta get it straight. Okay. So once you have that done, you're going to sew around the edges. Okay, now once you've pinned the fabric, we're going to sew around the whole edge of the fabric, except leave a little space so that we can flip it right side out. So I'm going to start at this elastic and sew all the way around until I get like back to this corner. Then I'm going to stop and I'm going to back stitch at the beginning of each, and especially over the elastic, even this other one over here. And be careful that the elastic that's on the inside doesn't get in the way over here and you don't sew it. So we're gonna do that now. So once you're done sewing it, you're gonna take it off of the sewing machine, cut the thread, and since this is going to be the inside, you don't need to cut the threads like super short, so don't worry if there's little bits, because we're going to flip it inside out. So right now we need to make this more of a like rectangle shape, cut the corners off, but don't cut the stitching, but cut pretty close to it. And if you've ever sewed before, you know that when you're sewing something square or rectangle, you would normally do this so that it gives it that shape. Okay, so once you're done with that, we're going to find the hole that you left and flip it inside out. This might be a little tricky, so you might need something to get, so like poke it and try not to do it super hard so that you don't rip the seam where you sewed it. And if you need to pause the video, since I fast forward where I was sewing or when I'm flipping this inside out, if you ever need to do that, you can. Okay, so when you're done flipping it inside out, it should look like this, like just a square, well, not a square, a rectangle, and then the elastic is on this part. So this part will go like around the back of their head, and then this will be the mask. But first we need to, okay, next we're going to make the like little ruffle bits. So you can press this if you want to when you do this for each of these, but I'm not going to because, yeah. So basically what you want to do is just like fold it up. We're going to get, we're going to have 3 of these, so you kind of get it into thirds. And then just push it down like this, so it makes a little, like, ruffle there. And sometimes it's hard to get it, like, exactly at the good spot that you want it to be. So it might take you a couple tries, but then pin it so that it stays. It might take me a couple tries. So then we're going to make the other 2. So grab a bit, and maybe I'm not going to make this one as big. And then just put it down. And it's fine if you just don't have 2. I think I'm just going to do that because I don't really have as much space. And if you're making this for an adult, you can do 9x7, but if, or that's like kind of like a bigger size, like just, I'm just doing that so that I'm sure it'll fit. But if you're doing it for like a kid or you want it to just be a smaller size, you can size it down or just like measure to see how you want it to be. So once you have these little ruffle bits, we're going to sew all the way around all the edges so that we sew the corner or the edge where we left a hole, and so that these ruffle bits stay. Make sure to take your pins out when you're sewing so you don't sew over the pins. And yeah. Okay, so once you have sewed all the way around the edge and cut all the extra threads off, you are done with your face mask. This probably won't protect you from the coronavirus, but it could help, and something's better than nothing. So have fun making these, and they aren't that hard and they don't take that long to make. So yeah, I hope all of you guys stay healthy and have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.